driving through Alligator Alley. We have our trailer in the back, our Surveyor Legend, which we call our Beamer. And we're crossing the Everglades, and it's just absolutely stunning the way these clouds and this storm is moving. It's a little cold front, and they always come from the northwest. It's probably the last one we'll have for the year, so we're going to enjoy it. Get some temperatures in the 60s and 50s. At least for tomorrow night. Our highest during the day will be 70. And it drops down to high 50s. So I'm looking forward to that. Driving over to Fort Myers, Koreshan State Park. Some of you know that's if you look it up, you'll find out that it's a cult that had this park, and they donated the land. The last two living survivors donated the land to the state of Florida, which I thought was pretty cool. And glad they did, because it's beautiful from what I'm hearing, and there's still a lot of old structures on the land for us to go see. And it's just, these clouds are just moving right, I mean, they're hanging low. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, that's, we brought down the speed down because the winds are strong.
And it just started to rain. Koreshan State Park, a new adventure. So many butterflies everywhere. This is what our trails look like. White paved. Look at this. Sand.
little baby. There was a big one around here, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Another bunny. My second wildlife adventure. Because he's used to people. The pretend hunter. Let's get away. Let's get away from him. So we've arrived at the Koreshan State Park, and we're going through just to see what the Koreshans did when they lived here. Koreshan blacksmith.
Edison and Henry Ford got to know the Koreshans. This is a place where they pray with to sustain themselves. So the leader died and didn't resurrect. Come on, come on.
So this is basically a historic site, 1805. And this was a community that was self-sufficient during its time. So they created electricity, their own tools, grocery store. They had large machine shops, which they made saws and other equipment to expand their settlement. They created this place basically as a utopia, and the community lived amongst themselves and really had nothing to do with the outside world. So these are some of the self-sustaining houses that are still here from some of the people that lived here. So yeah, this is now considered a tiny home. And this is the cottage of Conrad Schlender Cottage. It's a National Reserve Historic Site. And minimalistic for sure. I think he was one of the last villagers that lived here. This is him and his sister. And this is when he died in 1965.
87 years old.
He was 87 years old when he lived here all this time in the Koreshan community.
Check this out.
So basically it was like like a house connected rooms.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow, check
Were
out
these the last ones that were alive?
Abraham Lincoln.
Picture.
We have a photo of Abraham
But they got a
Lincoln
TV and
as
everything,
their
so this must have been the last two ladies that were on the
president.
the two last people that were on here.
Where? Well, nowadays we would never get anything done with that thing. Life is too fast now. This was the bakery.
Wow. How they had to do things back then, but it's pretty cool. They're very efficient. Of course, the main thing they made there was bread, pies and bread.
This was the dining hall where they all gathered for dinner. That's the main guy's home.
Stay here tonight?
I don't know.
I would. Sleep.
Founder's
Same
house.
people back then with walking up and down these
This is Dr. Cyrus Teed. He was the originator of the Koresh community. Edison and Fort Winter Estates.
where he did the move for movie studios and whatnot.
This is a laboratory
Yeah.
where they created rubber.
Let me tell you, when they created rubber, they kind of used rubber.
A pavilion once stood at the end of the pier and was a popular spot for family and guests to gather. The Edisons frequently enjoyed river cruises aboard the Reliance, their electric launch purchased in 1904. Edison electrified a boathouse on the pier so it could recharge the launch. The Edison family loved to fish and spent many hours enjoying the waterways of southwest Florida. The building you see here was Edison's study. It provided him a place to work on the riverside of the property. With the moonlight garden behind it is where Edison's original 1886 laboratory once stood. It allowed Edison to continue experimenting while in Florida and was built at the same time as the main house and guest house. In 1928, Henry Ford had Edison's 1886 laboratory moved and preserved at Greenfield Village in Dearborn, Michigan. Ford also financed the construction of this building. In 1887, to provide electricity for his winter estate, Edison installed a generator called a dynamo, powered by a coal-fired steam boiler. Welcome to the main house of Seminole Lodge, winter home of Thomas Edison, his second wife Mina, and their children, Madeline, Charles, and Theodore. Seminole Lodge was named after a local Native American group. The 3,000 square foot Queen Anne style home was built in 1886, constructed of soft spruce shipped from Maine. It had a large living area on the first floor with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the second floor. Indoor plumbing wasn't installed until 1890. The wicker porch furniture is original to the Edison family, just like the furnishings you'll see inside the home.
This was Ford's house. He lived right next to Edison. And his cars were here. This was a beautiful afternoon in the Edison and Ford winter estate. Something great to come see. But it was actually very nice.
Self-guided tour. It's basically a self-guided, which was good. You could do it at your own pace and you can repeat it. I thought it was actually pretty cool.